How's it going, guys? We're back with another episode of Off the Shelf, and here we have a SH Figuarts Son Gohan from the Cell games, or the Cell Saga. This is him in his Super Saiyan version. His hands are a little bit all over the place, if you can see that. But I decided I wanted to pick one of these up. Excuse me. I got a pretty decent deal on it. And we're going to take a look at him today. And there he is. This is a bit of an older figure. So don't expect any of that cool new SH Figuarts stuff. It's but you still have the old style SH Figuarts, which is still pretty decent. You do get a flexible rubber bits waist area, so he does have some pretty good kick action right there. If you want to have him doing some kicks. Not much ankle movement, unfortunately. But the knees are pretty good. And shoulders, pretty decent. Got some pretty good articulation there. You know, you can get pretty across the chest with that. They are mostly rubber bits, so they flex and move pretty good. And you have a really decent Gohan head sculpt. I like that. I like that a lot. So far, he's pretty decent. Just a little guy, because he's Teen Gohan, so I'm going to have to set him really far away because of the camera stand. Also, you get a soft bits wired cape and cowl, which is, if you've been following the channel and you've seen some of the ones that I've done with soft bits goods, I am a huge fan of soft goods. They are just fantastic. They make every figure better in most instances. Oh, there goes his head. Let me just throw that around. But so far, I have not seen soft bits that I did not like. Alright, get that in there. Hugs his head pretty good. If I remember correctly from the show, it was pretty big on him. But, you know, you now have the ability to, you know, ruffle that cape up a little bit and have it kind of spread out behind him. Give him that cool looking pose. So yeah, that is pretty dope. I like the soft bits. I think it's cool. I think it's a wicked cool addition to this figure. You also get a completely alternate head sculpt where he apparently has his yelly face on right now. But it is his screamy, hair getting jostled look. So you can do that as well. And with the soft goods cape, oh, makes it look great. Very dynamic, very cool. I'm a big fan. If you're not a fan of his, I think this is his, like, okay, not angry, but like just kind of face. And if I can get this out, sorry guys, we have the angry, teeth gritting face, because we already have the yelling face on that head sculpt over there. So technically you get 5 with this whole figure, and the beaten up face where he's like, oh, I'm not strong enough. So you get a pretty decent amount of head sculpts out of this set. I'm just messing with the hands right now. You get a lot of hands with this one. We are going to take a look at the first set, which are the key blast hands or blocking hands, but they actually have the bent wrist in them, so they're more of a like straight up like that rather than a karate chop. So that's pretty cool. And then you have some grasping hands. Those are definitely more for grasping something, a leg, a punch, or, you know, what have you. Because he does have another set, and there he just fell right over. He does have another set that are very similar to those, that are more of an open palm kind of thing going on, except this finger is a little bent. But that's if you want that style. That's more of like a open palm key blast, I would say. But I mean, realistically, you can use it however you want, because, you know, that's the beauty of it. And then you get these guys right here. They're kind of open, graspy, but more open than graspy, and they have the more of a turnt wrist on them. So you got some options. There are definitely some good, solid options for hands for this guy. And very dynamic posing for with the cape. You know, just crumple it up a little bit. And there you go. But yeah, no, this is a wicked cool Gohan. I think they usually go for around 65. At least for what I've seen of them on Mercari. Is about 65. So I would probably expect to spend around that if you were trying to pick one up. I ended up getting this for, I think, 40. But you know, sometimes you just get those good deals. You find them and you grab them. Or you don't. But definitely worth picking up if you don't have them and you are an avid Dragon Ball Z collector. Because this guy is wicked, wicked cool. I always have trouble moving. There we go. Moving those wrist joints. I was afraid I'm going to break them, you know. But anyway, I think that's going to be all for this video. Once again, highly recommend grabbing this guy. But hey, like, share, subscribe. Help support the channel so we can keep bringing you cool stuff like this. You know, turn on those notifications so you don't miss a video. And most importantly, guys, have a great day.